Okay, we're gonna learn how to sharpen scissors. And my two pair that my husband will be working on today actually have the little spring in them. This is the Fiskar's wonderful scissors that save your hands, fingers, wrists, joints. I highly recommend them. So I'm just going to tell you, when he was starting off, he has a diamond stone made by Husky. One side is 400 grade, the other side is 600 grade. He started off with the 600 grade and then he will go to the 400 grade. He uses a little bit of coconut oil, and then as you're just watching, you use the angle of the blade and you set that angle on top of the stone. And then it's kind of just like a seesaw, like cutting with a saw kind of motion, I guess. Sometimes you can go in one direction, you can go in another direction, you can go forward and backwards. So it just depends. It just depends, but and then you test it once you sharpened it a little bit. Then you put it back together. The part closest to the handle needed more sharpening. The half inch, well, actually inch, or from the end to the tip was sharp. So it may take a few times. You just have to test it.
The angle, don't move, just keep the angle and move it like this. Very slowly, okay? Keep the angle.
So how do you know it's cutting good? I mean, it's sharpening good.
Oh, you go with your finger right here, and it's like a razor blade.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's like a razor blade. If you put too much pressure, it cuts.
Right there at the end. So from the very end, not the tip, but down here, this tip part.
But the first thing, this is curvature. So you start with the tip, and you have to lift it up. If you go like, you're not picking up the tip. So you got to go like this, and then lift it up slowly. See? Start right here like this. Go that way, that way. You start.
So does it matter if you're going back and forth towards you or away from you?
It goes like this, because then, like this, you can start with the tip in an angle.
So what shouldn't you do so you don't get gouges?
Be careful when you touch this.
Yes.
Don't put, because it'll cut your fingers.
Okay.
That thing is 600, and with the oil, it becomes really sharp. Then you get the other one. And look at the angle of the other one. It's on this side. So put a little oil over here.
So the oil goes at where the angle.
Yeah, the angle, and then you start
coming toward you, away and then toward you. Okay, so back and forth.
Back and forth. This stone is fabulous because it doesn't get any indentation like the stones that we used to have before. This is diamond.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get it on Home Depot, Husky.
Okay. Okay, now he wipes it with a Kleenex, and then he's going to put the little handles together, put the spring back in, and then he'll put the screw on the other side. And then we test it. We did this twice before it was sharp top to bottom. So again, it's just a process you have to go through. You do it so many times, test it on your fabric. If it's cutting from end to end, then you're good to go. And then just put it back together. But as you're seeing him do it here, I mean, this is the spring type. I do have a pair that is just, I think I purchased it at Michael's, and I'm going to have him do those. And I don't know if it's a visible little screw or if it's underneath the little plastic cap. But when we get to sharpen those pairs, which will be in another video, then I'll show you and we'll demonstrate that as well. So if this could definitely save you money. I don't know how much it is to get scissors sharpened now and where you would take them to, maybe like a sewing repair studio, maybe they do it. I know Joann's used to do it. So I don't know if quilt stores or other fabric stores offer scissor sharpening. Maybe check like your area, wherever your location. Obviously you can Google it and find out where is somewhere that sharpens it. So if you don't want to try it yourself, but if you have a husband like mine that's very handy, then they'll know how to do it. And if they don't have the Husky Diamond 600 and 400 grade, then like you said, you can pick it up at Lowe's, Home Depot. And the reason why we use the coconut oil and not some other oil is because for me, and there's no odor, it doesn't bother me, and he said it works just as good. And after he sharpened them both pairs, this pair he's sharpening now are at least 30 years old. The other pair he had are at least 15 years old, I would say. This pair here has only been used for fabric. Maybe once or twice accidentally. He might have picked them up and cut paper before I realized it and let him know, please don't do that again. So I used, once you tell your family members, but if need be, you have to write fabric on the handle, fabric only, or just hide them. So I usually keep this pair hidden, and then the other pair I use for multi-purpose, and I don't care what he can cut paper, plastic, whatever, and it's okay. So I do have the cheaper pairs from Michael, like I said, or Dollar Tree that I do get for him to use. But so you're $30. I mean, these are $30 scissors, and you don't want them getting used for things other than your fabric, lace, things like that, textiles. So you may continue watching in silence without me talking. Okay, it's the same process as we did for the other pair. Put the handles together, put the spring back inside, and then you put the screw on the back, and then you're done. And we tested it out, and boy, oh boy, was it ever sharp. I was able to cut the rest of my fabrics and lace that I was working on, and they're both beautiful, beautiful pairs of scissors, and I just got a wet cloth and cleaned the handles really, really good to get the olive oil off.